Hello, everyone. My name is Isabel Furias. Today, for my persuasive speech, I will be discussing with you all about why age discrimination should not be allowed in the workplace. To begin, I just have one question to ask you. Are you tired of being mistaken and treated differently because of your age? Many people around the world, especially teenagers, adults, and even the elderly, were never able to apply for jobs, and a lot of people think that their age does not suit well for their positions. I have learned that people usually don't take you seriously because they think that they do not have enough work experiences, that they work on less positions, that they look immature. And they also make assumptions just by judging on whatever clothes you wear. I can relate to that because ever since I graduated high school, I tried applying to many different jobs, but I have not received one phone call. I just assumed that maybe they wouldn't take me because I look too young to get a job. You should know that age does not matter. What does matter is that once you find a good and steady job, you will be able to make a living. For my speech today, we will be looking into the drawbacks of dealing with age discrimination, how it affects your mental health, and what are the things that we can use to resolve ageism. To begin, let's discuss about facing the hardships when being age discriminated in the workplace. Part 1. Ageism in the workplace. Ageism limits diversity, leading to an integrated workplace that lacks rich insights that many generations can provide. This pernicious behavior suppresses creativity and productivity in our company, while also ignoring the worth of the people who are being targeted. Here's an example. Many employers and managers do not offer jobs to older adults because they think that they do not perform as well as the younger staff members. It is also a betrayal to the values that describe our society, to breach the ethics that led ageism to continue. People who are older or younger are always being overlooked by their peers. Here's another example. Many people who are older or younger would not get jobs, deny getting any promotions, and it causes them to be isolated from the others. Not only is it unfair to be treated poorly because of ageism, but it also adversely affects the environment in the workplace. If you do not offer jobs to people because of their age, to them you're most likely stereotyping, and it causes you to lose a staff member. Now that you've learned about the disadvantages of ageism in the workplace, I will now talk to you about how ageism can cause serious side effects to your mental health. Part 2. Ageism affects mental health. Beyond the social stigma, age discrimination can bring a serious negative influence to your mental health, which causes you to have an emotional sense of loneliness, anxiety, and sadness. For example, older and younger employees are constantly getting insulted in the workplace, which causes them to quit their jobs, and it causes them to fall into a state of depression. There is also a psychological impact on ageism in the workplace that can be severe. Studies that have been analyzed indicated that there is a negative correlation between ageism and an older individual's psychological health, which includes their physical and mental illnesses, cognitive impairment, and reduced longevity, which ultimately affects their performances and their job satisfactions. Another consequence of ageism is social isolation. Generation gap makes it impossible for younger staff members to connect with their older employees, which can hinder teamwork and the ability to share information. Here's an example. If you do not participate in these group activities, then you are most likely showing lack of teamwork and cooperation. Now that you learned about the possible side effects of ageism, now we will talk about how we can finally put an end to ageism. Part 3. Addressing ageism. After knowing the underlying roots of ageism, which is difficult fighting it successfully, there are ways you can combat ageism in the workplace. For example, always have some self-positivity. Stand and speak up for yourself. And lastly, always treat your peers with the possible respect they deserve. Another suggestion when facing ageism is you can also create a self-awareness group. Like you can just say you can help people conquer ageism by setting up training sessions, and you can even create group sessions too. Take American Society on Age, for example. They help assist groups and alliances by promoting aging-related topics. It may not be legal, but it is morally required to address ageism in the workplace, which can help bring happiness to staff members and create an organizational success. Now that you learn about the many alternatives to deal with ageism in the workplace, now it is the moment to conclude. As we move forward to a more inclusive future, it is essential for businesses to recognize the benefits of a diverse age range and commit to creating workplaces free from ageism. As I said to you in the beginning, age is irrelevant as long as you are able to obtain a reliable job that allows you to support yourself. Throughout the speech, we talked about the drawbacks of facing ageism, how it compromises your health, mentally and psychologically, and lastly, we found ideas on how to deal with ageism in the workplace. Before we depart from this space, here's an important tip you can use to avoid ageism. Do not let ageism defeat you. Instead, focus on your well-being first, and then you'll be able to collaborate with your coworkers in a professional manner. Connect with your peers so you can be able to create a safe haven for your younger and older employees. Thank you.